Alright, so I wanted to show you a bit of the freeway. So I went out today and volunteered for parks, recreation, and natural resources. And I'm really big into volunteering, especially if you want to try a new job. You know, if you're not really sure what you want to be or what you want to do, and you're trying to figure that out, one really great thing to do is to just get out there and meet people who are already doing it and see if you can volunteer for them or intern for them. And land management is one thing that I'm really interested in, so I've been volunteering and meeting all kinds of people, and it's a great way to network. It's a great way to get into the job that you want to do. Definitely, if you know people, you'll be able to get in faster. And also, on top of that, you'll actually learn if you enjoy the job, and this is something that you could do for the next 5 or 10 years, or however long you might end up wanting to do that. And I would highly recommend. I know a lot of people rush into university and they feel like they need to get a degree right away, but I mean, if you're here in the US, college is so expensive and university is so expensive, and it's such a huge financial commitment, and it's so much time and energy that you have to spend. I mean, if you think about it, you're spending money to then go and spend all that time that you could be working and making money. So that is an enormous commitment. And I really think that you should, if you're not absolutely 100% certain that there's something you want to do, I think that you should try it out first. If that's something that you really enjoy doing. If it's no problem for you to go do that for free somewhere, then, and that it's fun for you or interesting for you, and it's suitable to who you are, then you know that that's going to be a career path that's going to be something that you'll enjoy. So that's my 2 cents. So if you're learning English, if someone says, so that's my 2 cents, it's like, it's kind of like saying that's my opinion. And almost it feels like you're saying that in this case, you know, your opinion doesn't matter too much. It's not very valuable. It kind of is a humble thing to say. You know, so take it or leave it. This is my opinion, you know. that's my 2 cents. So after you say something, you can say that's my 2 cents, or even at the beginning of what you're going to say, you could say, could I put in my 2 cents? Meaning, could I add my opinion to this? So one thing I definitely learned about myself, and I haven't really been volunteering for land management all that much, is that there are different kinds of parks. Some parks have a lot of visitors, and other parks they don't get any visitors in a day. So I'm much more interested in the parks that get visitors and have different activities and events going on, because it seems like if you're in that kind of park where there are a lot of visitors, there are many more things that you're doing. I mean, I'm definitely interested in invasive plant species and trying to get rid of any kind of damaging plants in this area. But, you know, if I was doing it for 10 years, I could see that I could become disinterested if that's all I do every day, all week long for many years. I'm definitely the kind of person that enjoys doing a variety of things. And I'm very social. I love talking to people. I couldn't see myself enjoying a job where I wouldn't be socializing on a regular basis. Not for the long run. And that's me, and it's good to be aware of who you are and what you like, what you don't like, and go off of that and try different things. You know, there are so many different opportunities. I never imagined that. I mean, I love getting out in nature and being outside. Not everyone loves that, but I absolutely love that. So I never imagined that there would be a job where I could actually be outside in these beautiful parks and enjoying nature, when in fact there absolutely is those jobs and they're well paid. And where I'm at in my life right now, that would make me happy. I could see myself doing that for the next 5 years. I don't know about 10 years because I haven't been doing it long enough, but I could see myself enjoying it for another 5 years, and who knows, maybe I'll experience, as I experience more, that might be something that I'd be interested in for the next 10 years. And I'm learning a lot with this, and that's one thing that is important for me is I enjoy a job where there's always more to learn and there's always growth and there's trying different things, and you can transfer from one thing to another. That is definitely me. So I could see myself doing land management for that reason also, because there is always something more to learn and there's always something more to do, and there's always growth. There are more certifications that you can get. You can grow up and you can grow out. You can get promoted up or you can grow out and try different parts of land management or parks and recreation and natural resources. And I'm sure that, like anyone else, I'm going to change over time. What I like now might not be something that I enjoy in 5 years from now or 10 years from now. So getting into a job where you can not only grow up, but you can expand out and try different things, that's important for me. I'm definitely a person that has tried a lot of different jobs growing up. I've done so many things. And now I'm just looking for the unique jobs, the jobs that people don't really know about and they don't really hear about. Because I've tried all of the basic jobs that usually like teenagers in high school get into or college students get into, and I never really enjoyed any of those fully, like to the point that I would say that I would want to do that for a long time. I've sold Christmas trees. I've been a waitress, a cocktail waitress, a security guard, a teacher for many years, a lifeguard. Gosh, I can't even remember all of the things that I've done. It's interesting because a lot of those easy to get, like in your face, entry level jobs, I never really fully enjoyed them. I did really enjoy teaching for a long time. And I got out of teaching after doing it for about 9 years. It didn't really feel like there was much growth for me, and there wasn't much more to learn. So I got more into curriculum design and making learning material. Right now, that's one of the things that I'm working on, and that's more interesting for me right now than teaching. I taught English for a really long time. I might be interested in teaching something completely different from English, but I've just been teaching English for so long that there's not really much more to learn. And it's become very repetitive. But I have learned a lot of very interesting things. So I'm just kind of expanding out from there. But I mean, if I were to get back into teaching, I would say that I would want to teach something that is different from what I have taught. Teaching something where there's more to learn about what I'm teaching. as part of your job. You know, it's not like a formal classroom setting. It's like visitors come to the park and they join events, and you give a talk and teach them about the